you've survived the opening. You made it through the middle game, and now, with fewer pieces on the board, you have no idea what to do. This is every endgame you must know, and why most players never learn them. King activity. Before any specific endgame, there's one principle that runs through all of them. In the middle game, your king hides. In the endgame, your king fights. The moment queens come off the board, your king needs to march to the center. Every square closer matters. Every move spent hiding is a move your opponent's king uses to dominate. A centralized king controls 4 to 8 squares. A king stuck in the corner controls 2. This single principle, activate your king, decides more endgames than any tactic. Everything else builds on top of it. King and pawn versus king. The most fundamental endgame in chess. The rule is simple. If the attacking king reaches the square in front of its pawn, it wins. If the defending king blocks that square and holds it, it draws. This is called opposition. When two kings face each other with one square between them, the side that just moved is at a disadvantage. The other king is in opposition and controls the critical squares. Here's what this means in practice. White wants to push the pawn. Black wants to stop it. If black's king stays directly in front of the pawn, draw. If white's king outmaneuvers it and takes opposition, win. One square, one tempo, the difference between winning and drawing. Rook Endgames. Over half of all endgames involve rooks, and the vast majority are drawn when they should be won, or lost when they should be drawn. First principle, rooks belong behind passed pawns, yours and your opponent's. Behind your pawn, it pushes forward from safety. Behind their pawn, it stops it without tying down your king. The Lucina position is the most important winning technique in Rook Endgames. Your pawn is one square from promotion. Your king is in front of it. The technique, called building a bridge, uses your rook to shield the king from checks. Learn this shape. Recognize it instantly. The Philidor position is the most important drawing technique. The defending rook cuts off the attacking king by staying on the third rank, then switches to checking from behind. Most players lose drawn Rook endgames because they've never seen these two positions. Now you have. Outflanking. Direct opposition is easy to understand, but the best defenders know how to hold it. So the attacker needs another method. Outflanking means going around. Instead of pushing the king directly forward, you step sideways, forcing the defending king to mirror. Then you step the other way, and suddenly you've gained a critical square from the side. The technique called triangulation is even more powerful. Your king takes 3 moves to return to the same square, while the opponent's king can only do it in 2. You waste a tempo on purpose. Now it's their turn in a position where it was fine when it was yours. Zugzwang, forced by geometry. Bishop endgames. Same colored bishops. The stronger side uses the bishop to control key squares the pawns travel through. If the defending bishop can't reach those squares, the game is usually won. Opposite colored bishops. The most drawish endgame in chess. Each bishop controls a color the other can never reach. Even 2 pawns up, the weaker side often draws, because the defender's bishop permanently blockades on its color. Strong players exploit this. If you're losing a bishop endgame, trade into opposite colored bishops. Passed pawns. A passed pawn has no enemy pawns in front of it or on either adjacent file. Nothing can stop it by itself, only pieces. In the endgame, a passed pawn is a countdown. Every move it advances, the opponent has to react. If they spend pieces stopping the pawn, your pieces go elsewhere. If they don't, the pawn queens. Connected passed pawns, two passed pawns on adjacent files, are almost always winning. Stop one, the other advances. A protected passed pawn is even stronger. Another piece defends it, so the enemy king can't simply walk up and take it. The king has to go around. By then, it's too late. The entire endgame often comes down to one question. Who has the passed pawn? And can it be stopped? King activity, opposition, rook technique, outflanking, bishop colors, passed pawns. 6 concepts. Every endgame runs on them. Learn these, and the game doesn't end when the pieces come off. It starts.